Okay, guys, we are live here, watching the PSG versus Arsenal game at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal is taking on PSG, and here we go. All the players are lining up. Declan Rice shown on the camera right now. This is going to be a thrilling match today. Let's just make sure that we know the lineups here. Also, in other news, Al Ahly beat Al Hilal 3-1 in the AFC Champions League to secure their place in the final. So, for Arsenal's lineup, we have David Raya as the goalkeeper, Timber, Saliba, Kiwior, and Lewis Skelly as the back line, Odegaard, Rice, and Mourinho as the midfielders, Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli as the forwards. For PSG, we have Donnarumma in goalkeeper, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, and Mendes in the back line, Neves, Vitinha, Ruiz in the midfield, and we have Doué, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia in forwards. Cannot wait for this matchup. This matchup's going to be huge. Just get the chat up right now. Make sure we got it. I don't know if we can just check in something for a sec. Go here. Just make sure you guys I can communicate with you guys here. Okay, let's just make sure this one's good. Top chat for this. Hi, 1-1. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Got that chat there. All good. Okay, the referees are lining up. About to greet the players. It's going to be pretty good. Odegaard, Marquinhos, two brilliant captains. Odegaard is such a phenomenal player. Marquinhos, such a phenomenal defender. So I can't wait to see what happens here. As a neutral, hope there's a lot of goals. Obviously, we're in the neutral Dortmund kit because Dortmund's not in the competition anymore. So yeah, can't wait for this one. Just quickly configure the stream up here. Hi, Wim, welcome to the stream. I got two chats, so I have to just make sure that I got access to all of them here. Okay. You know what? I'll just make this one transform edit. Okay. Just quickly fixing up the chat for anyone just joining so that we have a nice, like, big chat here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah, guys, it's going to be good. Just get this chat. Players are lining up into their formation now. They might be doing a minute of silence, I think. Yeah, I think a minute of silence is going to occur here in memory of Pope Francis. So we'll be having a 1 minute of silence in memory of Pope Francis in the stadium here. Any predictions from you guys, by the way, on what's going to be happening for this match? I feel like that Arsenal might just edge over PSG here with the 2-1. I don't think that PSG's going to win this one, to be honest. They just came off the back of a loss, a huge loss at that to Nice or Nice, depending how football termed you are. And yeah, so I think they're going to be pretty weak for this matchup, honestly. Let's fix this up. Okay. Okay. Kickoff is about to begin. Here we go. Dembele taking the kickoff for us, and here we have Vitinha's doing an immediate long ball, which just goes out. Now, there's a couple of things here. The first thing is I don't really understand what the sort of hype is around Vitinha. Like, I'm an avid Portugal supporter, obviously Cristiano, but to be honest, Vitinha, I just feel like sometimes he's a little bit too wasteful with sort of possession here. Passes back quite a lot. I mean, he has some good moments, but then he just does stuff like that where he just kicked the ball out for absolutely no reason there. Good clearance there by Timber. Saka with the ball now. Now Dembele on the attack, stealing it off Arsenal's midfield. Obviously, guys, unfortunately, I cannot show the match due to copyright, so you're just going to have to bear with me with this sort of commentary and my analysis of the match. Nuno Mendes there. Okay, Nuno Mendes lost the ball, so it went straight out. I think Kvaratskhelia made the ball, though, get a touch off the Arsenal player before it went out, so it will be a PSG throw-in, I think. Yes, it is indeed a PSG throw-in. Drop your predictions in the chat right now, guys. I got 2 chats up, one here and then one over there. So if you see me look over there, it's because I'm looking at the chat over that side. Marquinhos with the ball at the back. PSG playing it out nice and safe. Vitinha to Donnarumma. Now, Donnarumma could either have a masterclass or a disaster class, so it depends on his mood for today. PSG clear the ball downfield. Dembele is actually catching up here to Lewis Skelly. He does manage to pass the ball off to Raya, who's doing a gentle tap to Kiwior, I think that was. And the referee has given PSG a free kick, a foul on Hakimi. Yeah, that's a poor foul. That is very bad. That wasn't a good foul right there. Okay, so PSG now retaining the ball on the right wing here. Hakimi passing it back. Vitinha. Trying to find open space here. Found one. Vitinha again with the ball. Dembele. Back to Vitinha. Nice passing around here. Trying to find a gap. This is quite a fair bit of tiki-taka play going on right now. Constant just passing, trying to find gaps between Arsenal's players, seeing where they can exactly manipulate. And now Dembele's on a breakaway here. Kvaratskhelia is open on the left side, who he passes to immediately. This is on a very nice breakaway here. Kvaratskhelia running into the box to Dembele, and Dembele scores. 1-0 to PSG. Dembele just scored from almost outside the box. A beautiful shot. Pass back from Kvaratskhelia, straight to Dembele. One touch, hits the post and goes straight in. Arsenal now down at the Emirates Stadium. Saka does not look happy about that. 4 minutes in and already 1-0 down. Going to be updating the scoreline for this one, guys. This is already a goal 4 minutes in, which I can already tell, which means it's going to be a big scoring game here. 1-0 to PSG. My goodness, I cannot believe that just happened there. Get that. Okay. I cannot just believe then that PSG have actually scored this beautiful one touch there. Kvaratskhelia straight to Dembele. No interference on the ball as well. Don't really know what Arsenal's defenders were doing. And Raya off his line quite far. That is a magnificent shot there, though. There's nothing you can really take away from that. So yeah, guys, PSG are now up 1-0. Arsenal down. Hopefully the Gunners can reclaim their position to a 1-1. But we'll see. Or will PSG extend their lead to 2-0? Obviously, my player of the match for this game is going to be Dembele, not just because of the goal, but because he is such a on-form player right now, especially with his sort of movement, his vision. Finding Kvaratskhelia in that position on the left wing was sort of a key to this sort of play and allowing for PSG to get their first goal. And if I was to pick a second player, I'd probably say Kvaratskhelia is my second player of the match for PSG. Such 2 excellent wingers at the moment. And I think Dembele is sort of the striker that Real Madrid are trying to find in Mbappe, because he's almost playing a striker role. Even though I know he's a right wing, he's playing striker role almost, and he's acting as if sort of in the sense of a false 9, where he's dropping back quite deep to help out with the build-up play as well. So, yeah, that Dembele play there is absolutely magnificent. Definitely a top-class player this season and will be in contention for the Ballon d'Or, especially if PSG manage to win this competition. Hakimi just clears it out there for an Arsenal throw-in PSG's box. Donnarumma, safe catch after a header from Trossard, goes wayward. And he's holding up play here at the Emirates. PSG's ultras are going absolutely insane behind the goal. Like, if I showed you guys this, it would be crazy. They're like jumping up and down without their shirts on in the cold London weather. Foul for PSG, awarded by the referee. Done dirty by Timber. Luckily, Arsenal they're not too poor in terms of form, to be honest, especially in the Champions League, putting 5 past Real Madrid. Yeah, let's see if the Gunners can reclaim their spot into a nice tie here. PSG are going for time-wasting tactics as well, to be honest. Just get that up, make sure. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you think Arsenal's going to come back from this or if PSG are going to score more against them. This could be either go straight to a 4 or 5-0 game, or it could be a close one. Too early to tell still. Vitinha with the ball. Vitinha finding Kvaratskhelia. Back to Fabian. Marquinhos. Doué with the ball. Back to Hakimi. Nuno Mendes with the ball. Flicked over to Dembele. Raya catches. That was a good chance there. Good vision by Nuno Mendes. Once again. What a key player he is in left back. Arsenal wayward pass to Timber there. Didn't really go to any sort of person, or sorry, Saliba, should I say. Declan Rice with the ball. Let's see if he can do some magic like against Real Madrid. Rice. Nice crisp pass down to the left wing. Feed it on to Trossard. Is it Trossard or it's Martinelli? Sorry, my bad. Screen's a little bit crackly there. Marquinhos, good defense. And now it is a corner for Arsenal. One of their strong suits. Can Arsenal redeem themselves with this corner right here? About to find out. Put this here as well. See if they can redeem themselves here. See who's taking, honestly. Got Saliba at the... They're all crowding at the back, so this is one of the tactics, obviously. Saliba next to the far post. Donnarumma actually standing in the middle of the goal here for this one. Here comes the corner. Lofted in. Contact, but not going anywhere. And PSG now on a breakaway here with... Is that Hakimi? Hakimi's brought down by the Arsenal player, and that might actually be a card. Could be a red card. Yellow card. I think it was in the own half, so it couldn't have been a red card there at that point. Close to being a red, though. My goodness, that was a direct just foul push down while they were on an almost goal-scoring opportunity there. That one could have ended very badly for Arsenal if they had gone down a man and were a 1-goal deficit at the 10th minute. Tense game here. PSG holding possession at the back. Now pass to Fabian. Kvaratskhelia, Nuno Mendes. Hi, Deathstrike, welcome to the stream. PSG are leading 1-0. Yep, PSG scored 4th minute, and it was Dembele with an assist by Kvaratskhelia. Straight, beautiful one-touch shot straight into the far post of Raya and bounced into the net. 1-0. And Trossard almost just got a red card then. Luckily, he didn't, because otherwise that would have been a hard time for Arsenal to sort of regain back into this game. PSG winning possession again in the final third. Vitinha to Hakimi. If I had to support one more, it would be Inter in the other leg. No, I don't really mind anyone in this. If I was to support a team, though, I'd rather pick Arsenal, just because if the thing is, with Real Madrid, they got knocked out by Arsenal, so if Arsenal do manage to win it, at least it seems like we got knocked out by the champions rather than the someone who wasn't going to be champion. So I might as well just go for them, because it's better to let someone who knocked you out win than not. And don't like Barca, obviously. Kvaratskhelia brought directly down there by Timber. Not a yellow card. It's going to just be a free kick. That was a poor challenge, though, by Timber. He's lucky he actually didn't get a yellow there. That was a little bit poor. Already played fast ball to the right wing. Doué with the ball. Passes out to Hakimi. Passes back to Vitinha. One touch to Marquinhos. Back to Vitinha. Marquinhos. Dembele, who's deep, as I was mentioning. A nice false 9 position there. Kvaratskhelia now on the left wing. Let's see what he can do with the ball. Step over. Fake. Still on the edge of the box. And manages to win a corner against Timber. I don't know what you mean by that, Deathstrike. And also, guys, as you can probably tell, there's actually 2 streams going on currently. PSG corner right now. See what happens here. Doué with the ball. Beautiful cross into the box. Does not meet anyone. Hakimi takes a shot, though, because it is cleared out to him. Gets deflected. Cross in. And there's a catch. Doué almost scores. Sorry, Marquinhos. 2 curly-haired guys. Can't really tell between them. My bad, guys. Marquinhos with a brilliant header there. Raya catches the ball nice and cleanly. And I'll just quickly update the thumbnail while everyone's on a break here for a second, because one of these streams looks not great. Just go here. Nothing's really happening, just holding up possession at the back at the moment while I just get this. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, guys, nothing too much happening. Let me know as well if you think Arsenal can come back from this early sort of surprise here in the game, because this is quite a surprise to them, having a 1-0 in the 4th minute, and they almost got a red card too. So they need to be sort of cautious here with how they're going to really play out the rest of this game. We'll see if Arteta can sort of think of any sort of tactics that can get him out of and around PSG, sort of tiki-taka play style. PSG already playing quite defensive. I'm surprised as well by that. But they are retaining 67% ball possession, which has just been shown on my screen now. So yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments what your opinions are. Raya kicks the ball directly out for a PSG goal kick. The chance of replaying again. Kvaratskhelia, beautiful cross back to Dembele, who one-touches it with his left foot off the far post directly into the goal. Brilliant shot. It was a bouncing curler. Which team do I support? I'm just a neutralness, as it says, neutral reaction. So I'm just enjoying the game. Wearing the Dortmund kit for the neutral reaction, but originally supporting Real Madrid because they're my club. This, though, I just whoever wins wins. I'd rather Arsenal though win if any team's going to win, because the thing is that since Arsenal knocked out Real Madrid, though, it's better if they win, so then we can't be called by Barca as being knocked out by someone who gets immediately eliminated next time. So Kvaratskhelia with the ball in the box, skills through 3 players and no pen. Thought that might be in a pen there. They might do a check afterwards, but that seemed really, really dirty by Saliba, I think, or Timber. One of those two. I think it was both of them, to be honest. Possibly a check going on here for this penalty. Play's still continuing, though, so we'll see what happens. Donnarumma holding possession at the back. Nuno Mendes passes to Donnarumma. Passing back to Mendes. Kvaratskhelia, who's absolutely destroyed by Timber there. What a poor foul that was. My goodness, just, that was terrible. That is super rough there. Just kicks out both his legs there. Arsenal players have to be cautious, though, because some of them are already on yellows already this early in the game. I'm pretty sure Timber is one of them. Let me just quickly check the lineup here. No, Timber is not one on a yellow card. Trossard's the only one on a yellow card here at the moment. But I did feel that he has done 2 sort of dirty fouls at the moment. He might get a yellow very shortly if he continues this sort of behaviour. Yeah, so Kvaratskhelia, they're checking for the penalty, seeing if it's anything. And I think the referee will just play on here, which he has done so. Played on for Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia pass to Fabian Ruiz, who loses the ball. Dembele rushing Raya, who just drop kicks the ball straight away back to Nuno Mendes. Vitinha holding possession. Vitinha. Hakimi. Is that Doué? Sorry, my guys, my screen is very pixelated, so it's kind of hard to tell the very far people who they are, but can see here though that Nuno Mendes is on the ball. Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia, back to Fabian. So just passing the ball around here. Just retaining, as I was saying before, they're sort of just playing a sort of a tiki-taka play style here. They're just trying to keep as much possession as possible, and I feel like that's something that Real Madrid should have really been doing against Arsenal. However, they didn't. They instead tried to rely on too much on a counter-attack when Arsenal, I'm pretty sure, are strong against build-up play. Sort of, in a sense, they sort of counter Real Madrid's play style much better than what they're doing to PSG here. Kvaratskhelia again fouled by Timber, and that's probably going to be yellow card there. Somehow it isn't. Yeah, it was kind of soft now looking back at it, so it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. That is a lot, though, so that might be his final warning, to be honest. Just notified as well that Lucas Vazquez has been handed a 6-match ban for his actions in the last game in the El Clasico. So he will not feature in the next El Clasico, which, I mean, as you take it, might be good for Real Madrid, to be honest. So Carlos stops playing him. But I feel like Real Madrid's season is over. Rudiger injured for the rest of the season. Mondi injured for the rest of the season. Vazquez out. No right back. Carbiel's not there. Militao's out. We don't really have much on-form players, to be honest. The only one on form really is Mbappe, I would argue, and Bellingham as well. The rest of them, though, aren't on form. So yeah, that's the end of Real Madrid's season, at least. Ball out to Kvaratskhelia, misses. Rice takes possession and passes a nice ball forward to Odegaard. Now they're on a breakaway. Odegaard on the right wing here, passing to Saka. Let's see what Saka can do. Skills pass 3 players, doesn't get through the box. Mourinho passes to Odegaard, a tight pass, who then does a cross. Misses everyone. And Mourinho is fouled, and it might be a free kick here for Arsenal. Dangerous free kick at that. We'll see if it is. It could be either way, to be honest. Ooh, that might be a free kick on Doué, actually. Yeah, it is a free kick on Doué. I thought originally the Arsenal player was fouled because Doué jumped on him, but it was the other way around. The Arsenal player did jump on Doué there, Saliba. Jumping straight on him. Marquinhos retaining possession at the back. Donnarumma passes it out. Cleared out to Dembele, who's dropped very deep now. Passes it to Nuno Mendes. And Mourinho just did faded... I don't even know who that was. The thing was Ruiz to the shops, like 2 times sent him to the store. Literally 2 turn skills. Absolutely dropped him twice. Header failed. Martinelli with the ball in the box. This could be a goal right here. Cross misses anyone though, unfortunately. And now Hakimi is on a breakaway chance here. Only 3 Arsenal defenders back. And Lewis Skelly cleans up Hakimi. And then Hakimi fouls Lewis Skelly. So Lewis Skelly has actually won a foul and cleaned him up. Brilliant defense by MLS there. Brilliant defense. Yeah. Definitely a future star that Arsenal will want to keep for as long as possible. We'll see who's taking. So it's between Rice, Odegaard, and Martinelli who are taking. Martinelli's walked off, so it's just Odegaard now, and Rice has walked off too. Odegaard ready for the cross. He could just pass out here to Rice, who's playing as a false centre-back at the moment. We'll see what happens. This might be a pass out, to be honest. Okay, we're about to see what happens. Arsenal with their set-piece tactics are always interesting to watch here. Here we go, Odegaard. Crossed in. Header, caught by Donnarumma. Not challenging the keeper enough there. It was an okay chance. I mean, they didn't really have enough power on the header, and it would have been offside anyway. I think that was Kiwior who did the header. Not able to sleep? Well, I hope you enjoyed this game if you can watch it. This one is already 1-0 at the 24th minute. PSG absolutely dominating in possession. Arsenal trying to play on the counter-attack more so. Just want to throw in here next to the right flag, corner flag. Timber taking the throw in. Odegaard retains possession. Let's see, is he going to drop a cross in? No, he passes back to Rice, who proceeds to pass back to Saliba, who's passed all the way back to Raya. Who dunks it straight forward to Martinelli, which then it's offside. Arsenal's chance has just been flattened to the ground there. Yeah, that was very far offside. Again, PSG just happy to retain possession here, but they've made a mistake. Saka has just won the ball there. They just kicked it to Mourinho, who intercepted. Unfortunately, Arsenal do nothing with it because PSG have just gained it back off Odegaard. That could have been a clear chance there if they had have retained possession there, and it could have led to a goal. Unfortunately, as not for Arsenal and their supporters. PSG on another counter here. Kvaratskhelia on his own on the right side. Will he take the shot? He has taken a shot. Raya catches. That was a beautiful ground shot. Unfortunately, did not trouble the keeper there enough. Perfect catch by Raya. And Saka is on a breakaway. Passes to Rice. Rice retaining in midfield, holding deep as his players move forward. Timber now with the ball. To Mourinho. To Trossard. To Martinelli. To Miles Lewis-Skelly. Trossard with the ball. Let's see what he can do. Crosses straight into Donnarumma. I'm not sure that was the right option, Trossard, but good attempt. It was a good build-up play, and then it sort of just ended there with Trossard's poor cross. I feel like Arsenal's sort of missing the spark that Kvaratskhelia and Dembele are providing for PSG at the moment. It's like they almost need to switch the forwards with each other, and then if PSG's forwards came to Arsenal's team, then that would be sort of a perfect team there, in my opinion, at least. And obviously, Lewis-Skelly sort of completes the setup at the back here. Someone who I definitely think is going to be a future star. Already is a star in his own right. Odegaard just sitting between, I forgot what it's called, point farmers on FootMob. Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz just before were passing between each other. Did about like 20 passes between each other with Odegaard not really pressuring. So I don't really know what his sort of game plan there was, but they've farmed some points for FootMob. Their rating is going to be higher now. Back to Raya. Raya passing out to Saliba. Let's see if he makes a mistake. No, he does not. Lately, Saliba does feel like he's been under quite a lot of pressure here. He made a mistake 2 games in a row, which cost Arsenal the title basically as well. Saliba with the ball again. Back to Raya. To Lewis-Skelly. Raya. Rice. Saliba. Arsenal trying to gain possession in their own right. This game's all going to be about possession here and who can last the longest in fitness, to be honest. Because this game is an up and down game. Whereas Real Madrid, I felt like it was more slow-paced. Something that Real Madrid do not like. They don't like slow-paced games. They like fast-paced games. This game would have much more suited Real Madrid, to be honest. Arsene Wenger just shown now on the camera, talking with someone. I don't think he's too happy about this loss of lead at the moment, but we'll see if his team can get back into a tie here. Hakimi with a throw-in, back to Fabian. Passes out to the defense. We're just going to play it out, I think, nice and slowly. Mendes with the ball. Doué, who's now switched to left wing, and Kvaratskhelia, I think, has gone to right wing. Yeah, they've sort of inverted to the other side. Back to Marquinhos. Just playing around at the back here. Arsenal is playing a high press, so PSG have to be careful if they do that too much. There, they've just wasted. Nuno Mendes has just kicked the ball straight out in Arsenal's half. Not really good to waste possession, especially in a game like this. Also, guys, make sure to, if you want to say hi, message in the chat. Hi, Hero. Welcome to the stream. And that's sad to hear that you don't have any friends. Well, on this channel, you have me as a friend. Dembele just here with a chance. Let's see if he can take it. One defender in the box. Saliba defending Dembele. See if Dembele can get past. Passes it. Left to Doué. Doué's going to take a shot, I feel. Doué takes a shot, and it's reflected off Raya. Oh my goodness, Fabian just hit the post, and it went out. Almost. It's offside. Raya is furious with his defense here. That is such poor defending there by his team. Letting these players take those sorts of opportunities and everything. That is abysmal defending right there. They are so lucky that did not go in, and they're lucky for the offside call too, because if that hadn't have gone offside, then that chance would have been still bright. Raya, goal kick straight out to Saka. Headers it forward, reaches no one, but it's cleared back to Saliba, who's now going to play it forward. Let's see what he does with the ball now. Guys, let me know as well what team you're supporting as well in the chat. Arsenal or PSG. And then for the Barca Inter game, let me know as well, so you can do like Arsenal and Inter or Arsenal and Barca, not PSG. Stuff like that, or PSG, Inter. This game's tense. Timber with a throw in here. Let's see what he does. Straight to Odegaard, who loses the possession immediately. Kvaratskhelia now with the ball running down forward. He's going to lay a pass to Hakimi, who's going to slow the pace down of the game quite a lot. Marquinhos to Fabian Ruiz. Passes all around here. Nuno Mendes. Dembele open. Dembele receives the pass. I was going to say, I don't know why he's not passing to Dembele there. All the way back to defense. Defense releases it to Hakimi, who's now running forward with the ball. Loses it. Too much of a bridge skill there. Arsenal have a big chance here. Lost it with Martinelli. Trying too much skills there, I feel like. He does win it back for his team, but it is given as a foul. I don't really think that was a foul, to be honest. I think that was more of a dive. We'll see in a second in the replay. Let's have a look at this chance that Raya saved. My goodness, what a good save. And then this. 2 posts in a row, I think it was. Great initial save there. Kept his team right in it. Also, guys, we're almost at 4.6k. So if you could sub up, that would be much appreciated from me. We're going to try and reach 4.6k by the end of the exam season. Clearance by Timber all the way back. Donnarumma calling for the ball. Nuno Mendes replies to Marquinhos. All the way forward. Vitinha wins possession. Play on after an Odegaard dive. Kvaratskhelia with the ball here. Does a lob cross to Doué. Does a Brazilian flare touch. Beautiful touch, by the way. The true Neymar regen. Not Lamine Yamal. Doué does lose the ball here as well, though, unfortunately. High press by PSG on Saka. Saka wins a foul for his team. Nice and simple. Just quickly make sure this stream's running good as well, guys. Because as I was saying before, I got the vertical stream, I got the horizontal stream as well. So if you want like a vertical feed, make sure to check out that other stream on my channel. Otherwise, the horizontal one, if you're on that, yeah, that's good for like mobiles or whatever. Declan Rice with the ball. Saka. Martinelli. Nice skill. Lewis Skelly holding the ball. And wins a foul. I'm so tired. This game is so late for me, but we'll still cover it. Love the Champions League games. Odegaard getting ready to take this free kick. Arsenal players coming up with the set piece. The set piece coach is out on the touch line there, communicating with Arteta and the rest of the players. Let's see what Odegaard does here. If he can bring his team level. Let's see here, Odegaard. Here we go, same tactic as before. Nothing, deflection. Saka with the ball, passes it back to Raya, who's now at the halfway line. Cross all the way to Martinelli, onside. Play on. Touch there, and that could be a penalty. It is not. Ooh, there could actually be a penalty check here. This is actually a dangerous tackle. So PSG better be careful. This one might be a penalty. Foul on Mourinho. Initial call was no pen, but we'll see what happens here. That layoff by Trossard. Then, yeah, foul directly on Mourinho right there. Let's see, is this a bad foul? Or is it a dive? Ooh, that could be a penalty, guys. He literally put his leg in front of his right foot as he was about to kick the ball. Yeah, this one might be a penalty. Referee is checking with the VAR for a pen. Dembele demanding to talk with the ref right now. Arsenal fans, you could be getting your goal back here if it is awarded a penalty. We're about to see. And it is not awarded a penalty. It is a throw-in. I'm surprised. I really did think that one was going to be a penalty there. That was clear sort of denial there. Luskelly to Rice. Rice to Saka. The English link up. Saka with a shot. Caught by Donnarumma. Not too challenging. Good shot, though. It was actually a very decent shot right there. Foul, initial foul beforehand, but Saka decided to walk it off and play on. Right choice there, I feel like. Just, unfortunately, the shot did not curl enough to sort of trick Donnarumma there. Timber wins the header challenge from Donnarumma's goal kick. Straight forward to Saka, who's having a race with... Can't tell who that is. Saka wins the race, though. Saka with the ball still. See what he does here. Will he take the shot? He passes out to Mourinho, who passes to Trossard. Trossard now with the ball here. What can he do for his team? Saka. Trossard. Saka again. Skilled 3 players right there. Oh my goodness, what beautiful skill. Oh! Arsenal almost scored right there. Martinelli almost scored the perfect Bundesliga goal. If you guys know the Bundesliga logo, you know what type of goal I'm talking about. Beautiful cross by Saka. Skilled 3 players first. Martinelli would have been offside though. But he almost scored that Bundesliga goal. That would have been such an iconic sort of finish. Even if it would be offside, that would be a cool sort of profile finish there. Beautiful, beautiful cross there. Martinelli angry with himself for not getting enough touch there. Free kick to Arsenal after a foul in their own half. PSG are lucky to be forward now because I feel like Arsenal have had quite a fair bit of momentum here. Raya taking the kick at the halfway line. He better actually hit this on target, otherwise they're going to have a really hard time of stopping someone from shooting. Let's see when Raya takes. Here we go. Raya. Cross. Incoming to Mourinho. Who gets a touch, crosses it in, and it's caught by Donnarumma as it's about to hit the crossbar. My goodness, what another chance there. PSG are so lucky for Donnarumma this game. Otherwise, they would be behind. This one was an onside cross as well, which is good. Trossard almost with a scorpion kick there would have mimicked Olivier Giroud, who used to play for Arsenal himself when he scored his beautiful scorpion kick. Saka wins a throw-in. His own ball boy at his stadium tried to throw a second ball onto the field for some weird reason. No idea why. Secret Tottenham fan in disguise right there. Timber passes it back to Saliba. I'm pretty sure Timber's actually injured because he is limping around the field and holding his foot. He's still going to carry on though. There's no complaint from him. Also, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to like the stream. Much appreciated if you do. And Nuno Mendes has won a kick for PSG, and Saka is getting a yellow card. Let's have a look at the replay here, because I looked at the chat while this was happening, so. Arsenal supporters are dumbfounded by how he got a card here. Let's have a look. In what world is that card? My goodness. Arsenal have been robbed the biggest. That is a huge robbery right there. A yellow card for that. I'm not even an Arsenal fan. My goodness. A yellow card for that. And I was saying Real Madrid were robbed by Arsenal. Arsenal just getting robbed there by PSG. That was a crazy decision, guys. Kvaratskhelia with the ball. Stolen by Timber. And that is a dirty tackle by Hakimi. That must be a yellow card there. Yellow card to Hakimi right there. What a disgraceful tackle that was. That was about 30 times worse than that Saka tackle that got him a yellow card, which he didn't even tackle, to be honest. Refereeing so far, my opinion on the ref is he's okay. He's not that great, if I'm being honest right now. Raya taking the free kick. Headed away by Marquinhos, and now it's an Arsenal throw-in. Raya back with the ball here. Rice playing as a false centre-back. Plays it to, I think that's Trossard. Yeah, it's Trossard. PSG do win the ball off of the Arsenal defenders. However, Arsenal do regain it and quickly put a push forward. And this could be a yellow card on Marquinhos. We're about to see. No, it's not. Just a play on. Saka now with the ball in the right wing. Back to Saliba. That Timber, I think it is. No, it's Lewis Skelly. Yeah. Oh, beautiful pass by Lewis Skelly. Martinelli takes the shot, and it's deflected off. Oh my goodness, that could have been a goal right there. Instead, it's a free kick for PSG because of the Saka foul on Nuno Mendes, I think that was. My goodness, how did that not go in? Beautiful Lewis Skelly pass. It was onside too. Martinelli by himself doesn't manage to seal the goal there. How is that not a goal? Donnarumma has saved his team once again here. What a goalkeeper. Beautiful save. Kept his team in it. Marquinhos clears. And that should be half-time any second now. Yeah, foul on João Neves. Sorry, not Nuno Mendes. Vitinha hugging the goalkeeper. what he deserves, to be honest, for that save, keeping PSG in this game. Ball goes out, and he might call halftime in any second now. As soon as this throw-in happens, actually. Halftime. Throw-in not even taken. So, guys, that was the first half of the Paris Saint-Germain versus Arsenal match at the Emirates Stadium. I'm going to be having a quick halftime break because I just need to freshen up, and then we'll be watching the second half here very soon. And it's at the moment the show of the goalkeepers. Even though one goal's being conceded by Arsenal, both goalkeepers are absolutely keeping their teams locked into this game right now. So yeah, guys, I'm going to quickly freshen up, and then we'll continue the analysis. Make sure to also like the stream if you are liking the content as well on the channel. Okay, guys, we are back. I just was gone for a second. Let me just get rid of this stupid be right back thing. Yeah, unhide that. And I'll put the camera obviously back on. Okay, guys, we are back. Got a live chat. You want Arsenal to win? Great. Great. As a neutral, I don't mind who wins, to be honest, but if Arsenal win, that's good, because as I was saying before, if Arsenal win, it just proves that Real Madrid were knocked out by the possible champions, and Barca fans can't really clown us for getting knocked out by them. Yeah, you're losing 1-0, unfortunately, yeah. That goal, though, by Dembele, have to say, as a neutral, was a good goal. Nice finish, one touch. But Arsenal aren't out, let's be honest. They've had a lot of chances, more than PSG, to be honest. Yeah, you can have a shout-out. A shout-out to Louis Five Guys. Thanks for tuning in as well. But as the reward for the shout-out, make sure to like or subscribe. Okay? But yeah, so Arsenal haven't been technically out of this. They've had a ton of chances. No idea how Saka got a card. That was a atrocious referee decision right there. But yeah, hopefully Arsenal can make a comeback and get to at least 1-1, and then it will come down to the second leg. Thank you as well, Louis Five Guys. And for anyone else that wants to be like him, subscribe, because we're almost at 4.6k. And I also mentioned on a post, I don't know if anyone saw that, but at 10k subscribers, I'll be going to Ronaldo's house in Riyadh. And I'll, like, not in his house, but like outside his house, maybe get a video there and whatnot. Maybe if he comes out of his house at that time, who knows? Because I do know where he's lived. I've drove past his house before. Well, I haven't drove past, but my family has. Just clip this mic on here. So yeah, this referee's been average this game. Wouldn't say he's a good ref. You have to go. Yeah, I will be live tomorrow. So I have an exam tomorrow for my A-levels. I'll be live before the exam, and I'll be live after the exam. So you can tune into either one of those. And yeah, since you're sub, you'll get notified anyway. Thanks for watching, by the way, as well. Louis Five Guys, the GOAT. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia has been such a good player this game. Yeah, see you, Louis Five Guys. Thanks. So Kvaratskhelia has been such an excellent player this game. Obviously, setting up most of the chances for PSG on the counter-attack. Another amazing player is Doué. I need to watch PSG more just for that guy. Neymar regen, literally solidified. He is absolutely skilling, doing the beautiful Brazilian touches. You know those, like the back heel ones where you cross legs, Rabona touches, that sort of stuff. He's an excellent player, and hopefully one day we can see him at a club like Real Madrid, because he would fit the system perfectly, maybe even a good replacement for Vinicius, because Vinny, if I'm going to be honest, is maybe one of the types of people to have like a 1-season wonder or 2-season wonder. Not like hating on Vinny, but like some of his stuff is a little bit like not for me. And Doué is so versatile as well. Can play striker, right wing, can play cam. He's the guy that can do it all. He can sort of fill every position that we're sort of missing. Though we really need that right back, and Trent is coming for that. So that will be good when Trent Alexander-Arnold does indeed join us. Let me get comfortable on this couch as well. My goodness. Let me read out their ratings to you guys so far. So if we refresh FootMob, always use FootMob for the ratings, by the way, guys. See on my screen. So I got FootMob. Raya, 6.2. I feel like Raya should be higher. He's honestly been underrated this game. Keeping Arsenal in the game here would have easily been 3-0 without him. And a different, like, poorer quality goalkeeper like Ramsdale. Timber, Saliba, Kiwior, and Lewis Skelly, all in the defense, have got 6.6, 6.3, 6.6, and 6.8. Now, I feel like Lewis Skelly is going to be one of the man of the matches for Arsenal, if I'm going to be honest, because he has been performing well, winning free kicks, getting as much pressure on their team as possible, and he's sort of a good offensive player as well as a defensive player. So he is very good. Odegaard, I don't know, Odegaard this season hasn't been like last season, to be honest, for Arsenal. 6.2 so far for the captain. Rice, again, another fantastic player. He's doing well holding up. People might not notice this sort of stuff with the hold-up play and such, but he is doing that. 6.4. Mikel Mourinho, 6.4, has all the chances so far this game besides Saka, and he is going to, again, be one of those deciding players for Arsenal. Starboy himself, Saka, 6.8. Undeserved yellow card, which has probably hindered his rating. Unfortunately, he got that, but for me, he's probably like a 7.3 or 7.4 already. Trossard, 5.6, totally agree. Yellow card, almost a red card. And Martinelli, a 6.2. Now for PSG, Gianluigi Donnarumma, 7.1. Deserved, I agree. Hakimi, 6.6. Marquinhos, 7.1. Pacho, 6.5. And Nuno Mendes, 6.7. All sort of players there that are affecting the game. I would say that the most sort of important defender to me so far in the game has probably been Marquinhos. He's sort of been the stable, steady rock at the back with that 7.1 rating he has. That's clearly showcasing that. Second most important, unlike what this says, I think Hakimi's probably the second most on what's performed so far. Hakimi's been setting up a lot of chances, overlapping into the midfield, providing as a sort of a false cam there, and he's really just doing well this game. Vitinha, Neves, and Ruiz have all been good. Vitinha and Ruiz have been stat padding, obviously, with their passes to try and get their rating up, because I saw them passing about 20 passes in a row without interruption and like not creating any chance. They were just like going back and forth between each other. Kvaratskhelia, 7.4. This guy's going to be player of the match for me. I've changed my mind from Dembele to Kvaratskhelia. Such an amazing player. Obviously, when you follow the idol CR7, you just become such a goat like Kvaratskhelia. Usman Dembele, 7.3. Deserved, goal, brilliant, and great false 9. And Doué with a 6.9. He hasn't been to showcase too much this game, but I'm sure this guy will end up with a 7+ by the end of the game, or even a 7.5+. I'm sure of it. And the coaches' ratings for me so far, Arteta, I'm going to give a out of 10, and this is not like the player ratings where you get like a 6 point something. This is like 10 being they've done effective changes for the first half, and 0 being they've not really sort of complemented the changes to this game during the match. Arteta, I'll give him an 8. He's been really good on responding to that goal. Hasn't got the goal yet, but he's been really good responding to it. And for Luis Enrique, I think he should be maybe a 6 or 6.5. Actually, no, I'm being a bit too harsh on him, 7. Because he did, in the end, get the goal. His team has more possession. But I feel like he is sort of relying too much on defensive/fouls being given by the Arsenal players to sort of continue this game with a 1-0 lead. I don't really feel like he's going too much for a thrashing here. He's sort of just, he's happy with a 1 or 2 goal lead here coming out of this first leg. If I were him, I would sort of manage on the sort of basis that Arsenal are weak this game and that we need as much goal advantage as we can before we go to our home game. Obviously, a 1-0 in the away stadium is perfect for him, though, but yeah, I'd be going in for as much sort of firepower as I can in the away game here. Players all coming back out, lining up in their formation. Raya having a team talk with Odegaard with his team. PSG players already ready for kickoff. It'll be Arsenal kicking off us at the second half. Cannot wait to see what's happening. Yeah, see what's happening here. So they're just having a team talk here. In a minute, I'm about to eat my dinner as well because I haven't had any yet. So don't mind if I actually do that on stream, guys, because I am starving. Haven't eaten for like 6 hours or 7 hours. Good to sort of split out your eating, though. It's good for nourishment, and especially if I'm full for tomorrow, then exams should hopefully go well. Make sure as well, if you have exams in the distant future, eat oats for breakfast because they're very good sort of brain power food. I highly recommend that. Also, guys, make sure to chat with me if you want to say hi, whatever, shout out, anything. Just type in the chat and I'll talk with you guys. If you have any opinions on the game, we can debate them or anything like that. Okay, we have Odegaard kicking us off for the second half here. Referee is about to blow his whistle in 2 seconds. 2, 1, and Odegaard's kicked us off. Raya going immediately for the boot from halfway. All the way down to Mourinho, who manages to win the header challenge. However, he's fouls. Oh, he is fouled in the process by Vitinha. Or no, Yao Neves. Or Neves. Let's see. Is this a foul? Yep, elbow to the face is a foul. That's a cynical foul at that, because I'm pretty sure he knew what he was doing by doing one-sided elbow. Okay, Arsenal free kick. Already starting the game with good momentum for the second half. Arsenal will want to come away with this with at least a 2-1. Having a 1-1 or a 1-0 down in their own home stadium is going to be very bad for them going into PSG Stadium. Also, fun fact, Arsenal have actually never lost to PSG. Like they had never lost to Real Madrid and still haven't. So far, they haven't lost to PSG either. So this could be the first loss for them. Rice taking the free kick here. Can he score? We're about to find out. Same tactic as before. Ball goes in, and it's headed in by Mourinho. That's a goal for Arsenal. It is 1-1. 1-1. Rice assisting Mourinho, and Rice, for me, is one of the top Ballon d'Or contenders as well. Not glazing him. He is actually an amazing player. He'll be in the top 10 for me this season. Ian Wright celebrating in the stands there, having an absolute cheer. All the Gunners in the crowd, all happy. Mourinho, the false striker, has actually scored again. So maybe he should really switch his position to striker instead of CDM. This beautiful free kick by Rice. That is clearly onside there. And that goes straight in. No complaints. If the referee calls this offside, that's just going to be disgraceful. Beautiful header. Donnarumma tricked by which player that was actually going to there. So their tactic did in the end pay off. So well done, Arsenal. We will be updating the scoreboard as well. So now it is Arsenal 1, PSG 1. Arsenal 1, PSG 1. Well done to the Arsenal fans and the Arsenal team. They are checking the goal for offside, however. So we'll see what happens with this. Arteta will be hoping and praying that this goal is onside. So then his team can stay in it and they can try and get their 2-1 lead that they really need coming out of this game. Or a lead at all. Especially going to the enemy territory for the second leg. Marquinhos sort of having an altercation with the ref here. See what he's sort of... ref's talking to him about. He's checking. Saying there's a line in that they ran through. Please self-explanatory here. Oh. This... Let's see if this is offside. I can't actually tell which player it is that's... One of them's offside. But we can't tell which player it is specifically that's offside. At least not from that angle. So we'll have to wait for the decision here. Everyone's sort of on their knees here waiting for it. If this goes in, this is going to be huge momentum for Arsenal. It's a big moment right now. Will this goal stand for Arsenal? We're about to find out. Arteta biting his nails here. This could be offside. I saw one player offside on that line there. Let's hope that player wasn't Mourinho. Mourinho, not Mourinho. Goal is ruled out. It is offside. So it's now 1-0 to PSG. Arsenal's goal has been ruled out, guys, unfortunately. Thoughts and feelings in the chat. Let me know if that should have been an offside or not. Let's have a look here. Oh my goodness, that is a tight call right there. That is quite tight. Yeah, so that goal has been ruled out right now. Offside for Arsenal. Just get this. I'm going to change the scoreboard for you guys here so you can see the true score. Offside. So Arsenal now have sort of dropped off a moment. They've still got their momentum, but it's going to be less than before. Donnarumma having to come out and clear that there because that would have been a goal if Martinelli had gone the end of that. Mourinho. I keep... let me see how to pronounce this guy's name. I swear I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Let's see. Marino, yeah. Not Mourinho. That's the coach, not the player. My bad, Arsenal fans, if I was pronouncing Marino's name wrong. Raya taking the free kick here once again at the halfway line. Arsenal sort of doing a very high press here. So they'll want Raya to sort of hit this onside. Arsenal have been actually unlucky with onsides in this game as well, because they've been offside a couple of times on big chances. Header back. Trossard takes the shot, deflected off Marquinhos. Shot by Kiwior. Marquinhos clears. Donnarumma is furious at him because he could have easily grabbed that. Saka keeps the ball out for PSG. PSG have 57% possession. Arsenal have 43%. So Arsenal isn't that far behind on possession anymore. So they are sort of starting to gain dominance of this game. PSG will really want to score here to sort of solidify their lead away from the away from home. Another PSG throw-in. Luis Enrique is not happy with his players at the moment based on their performance. And I'm just getting my air conditioning controller because my room is starting to heat up. Large throw by Nuno Mendes. Does not reach anyone. Cleared by Arsenal. Beautiful skill by Trossard there. Literally just skilled about two players there. Unfortunately, he kicks the ball straight out for a PSG throw-in. Haven't already, guys, make sure to like up on the stream as well. Helps support the channel out a ton. And join the Discord if you want to do more football chat. Or if you just want to chat in general. We're doing this thing every Monday, Meme Monday, where you post some memes on the Meme Monday channel. And I'll be reacting to them every single Monday. Doué skilled about 6 players there. Did not get through, however, Saliba again cleaning up sort of the deflection that came off. Trossard there with the ball. Bad pass by Rice, but he still retains it. And then a bad pass by Trossard, which goes back to Donnarumma. Huge chance right there for PSG. Unfortunate that Doué can really showcase much more dribbles there. I'm going to sneeze. No, never mind. I swear I was going to sneeze for a second. Lately it's been super dusty. Kvaratskhelia dropping deep. I think that's... Yeah, no, it's Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes passed back to Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia now alternating with Doué. Doué's now dropped deep into the cam position. Kvaratskhelia now back into a striker role. And Dembele in right wing. So I really like this sort of PSG alternation that they have going on with their sort of players, where they alternate different sides and they sort of mix up the play, because it's sort of confusing the opponents almost. Kvaratskhelia with a cross all the way to Hakimi. Hakimi to Dembele. Dembele to Kvaratskhelia, who passes back to Neves, who passes to Fabian Ruiz. Hakimi. Dembele. Ruiz. Overlay by Doué. Doesn't get to Hakimi, and Raya collects. Nice, easy collection there by Raya. If you're just tuning in as well, make sure to let me know what your opinions are on the game so far. Does Arsenal deserve to be in a lead? Or does PSG really have dominance that their 1-0 is sort of justified here? Rice open for Trossard. Trossard now on a breakaway here. Can he score? He takes the shot and it gets deflected out by Donnarumma. Perfect save, just keeping PSG in this game. It would have been 1-1 otherwise if Trossard had have hit that slightly harder, I feel like. Oh, this chance onside as well, completely open. Where was Hakimi defending there? No defense on Hakimi right there, guys. I have no idea where he was. He was sort of ghosting absolutely anywhere. Donnarumma there, perfect save though. Justified reason why he deserves a 7+ rating at the moment. What a save. Arteta cannot believe his team hasn't scored there. It's insane. Insane that he hasn't scored there, Trossard. Arsenal not really gone for the high shots as well, mainly ground shots here. Would love to see them do a really hard, powerful strike because then maybe it'll challenge Donnarumma slightly more. But at the moment, what they're doing isn't really challenging him too much. Cross for a corner, headed away, and Doué has the ball now in the box, fouled, and it's a free kick that's played on his advantage. And Dembele is by himself. It's a free kick. I'm surprised the referee played advantage there because Dembele could have been on a solo run if they hadn't have done so. That is a free kick, but I would have still played advantage there. That was a sort of poor refereeing decision. So one of the many we've seen this game so far. Donnarumma taking the goal kick. This save, my goodness. What a brilliant save there with the tips of his fingers. And he manages to save that. Shot by Trossard. Marino holding up play. Saliba, the ball. Being pressed by Fabian Ruiz and Kvaratskhelia, but he manages to get the ball away to Timber. Timber showing some pace here on the right wing. He might cross it to Saka. Yep, Saka has the ball. Going for a shot, which is blocked by Fabian Ruiz. Saka thinks he's fouled, but he isn't. Odegaard wins back possession. Passes to no one, and Donnarumma is going to pick the ball up after a little bit of press from Martinelli. And that is a goalkeeper's ball right there. Nice, simple ball for the goalkeeper. Arteta is fuming that he didn't get that foul on Saka. Arsenal playing in the defence. Cross out by Kiwior. Straight to Martinelli, who's showing pace. He's on by himself, but Marquinhos manages to make it back before Martinelli, his Brazilian national teammate, can get there. Oh, almost a slip by João Neves. But he still manages to clear the ball out to Doué. Doué does a brilliant backheel skill. However, is given a foul. I think for the holding of MLS, Miles Lewis-Skelly. Yeah, that was a hold right there. Miles Lewis-Skelly with the ball. Rice crosses it all the way to Saka. Cross by Timber. Hakimi with the ball. Doué winning the ball from Miles Lewis-Skelly there. Hakimi passes it back there, having a real rough tangle there. My goodness, Due and Skelly, they were literally just at each other. Like two ravaged dogs with rabies. Kimi on the counter-attack here. Trossard coming in for the defense. Passes it off to Dembele. Passes it off to Vitinha. All of Arsenal's team now forward in their defensive formation. Dembele with the ball. Let's see what he can do here. Pass off to Hakimi, who is blocked by Saliba. Brilliant slide tackle right there. And Rice now bringing it out for the counter of press, which he is slide tackled by Vitinha. However, he does regain possession. His teammates do. Trossard with the ball. Winning a throw-in for Arsenal. Let's have a look at this slide tackle. Brilliant slide tackle by Saliba there. If he hadn't have done that, that would have been a second PSG goal. Would have been sealed deal there. Partey in the crowd with Kai Havertz. Partey, Kai Havertz, and Gabriel all in the crowd. Not too happy with this game so far, they are. A little disappointed. As any Arsenal fan would be. Arsenal have had more attempts though. 8 attempts, 5 on target, whereas PSG have had 6 with 4 on target. Has been pretty even game. I feel like Arsenal have had more momentum ever since the goal. Weirdly enough, I would have expected PSG to do so, but Arsenal indeed did. I guess it's the home stadium sort of support that's pouring in for them to get that equaliser to make it on level ground. Hakimi passing out defensively. Due with a brilliant skill there. Skilled 3 players. Is he going to skill a 4th? And that is a horrendous foul by... I can't even tell you. I think it was Kiwior. That was a poor foul. My goodness. Skilled about 4 players there, though, Due. What a player this guy is. Yeah, Martinelli, Rice, skilled. Rice fell over after that skill. Skilled Marino, and that's the foul from Marino. Cross forward by Nuno Mendes. Oh, Kvaratskhelia on the breakaway here because I think Timber left the ball. Kvaratskhelia on the ground, having slipped over, and now Rice clears. Trossard collecting a poor cross from Rice. MLS. Kiwior. Kiwior to no one. And that is an open pass that almost, if Dembele had have touched that open pass, that would have been a second goal right there. My goodness, they were so close to scoring another. Would have been all over if they scored one more. Get the chat out good. Okay, there. Arsenal having some trouble here in the left wing. Experiencing slightly a little bit of lag. I think it's all good now. Okay. Rice with the ball. Timber. Odegaard. Back to Timber. Saka. See what they can do here. Odegaard cross. It was a ground pass. Instead, Trossard. Back to Marino. PSG now regain possession. Rice's tackle fails to do anything. Vitinha on the breakaway chance. Due on the ground by a MLS push. They're really going at each other, like I said before. They're going like super at each other. Let me just get as well up to here. Just this. Okay. If I go back. This one. If I go to this one, actually. There we go. Okay. Just making sure I had the stream running because for some reason it was lagging a little bit there, guys, unfortunately. Okay, Raya clears a chance there, and PSG recollect with Donnarumma. Sort of a back and forth game at the moment. Not too many chances happening in the second half compared to the end of the first one, but that's as to be expected. Just something that happens always in football. Near the end, you're going to have more chances than the start, except for that PSG goal at the 4th minute. Marquinhos, Hakimi, back to Marquinhos, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, straight out. Make sure if you haven't already, like up the stream. If your team's winning, and if your team's not winning, sub up. Or just do both. It's up to you guys. And join the Discord server if you want to have more football talk, and you want to be notified when I stream next as well. Which I stream every single day, even during my exams. Marino, Raya, who's out in the midfield, almost playing as a defender there. Perfect cross to Saka, who's now on a counter chance. Lots of PSG defenders back. Odegaard with the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. Pass to Marino, who is going to cross. Deflection with a header. And Timber is trying to get the ball for Kvaratskhelia, who does a kick-up clearance away. Goes straight out for a Arsenal throw-in. Rice with the ball. Declan. See what Declan can do. Have no idea what Marino was doing there with his open leg. He was trying to do like one where they kick it through the legs and then someone collects behind to trick, but no one was behind him, so the ball went to almost no one. Luckily, Trossard tracked back quick enough to get that. Raya. Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly playing as like almost a striker at this point. Saka. Brilliant turn by Saka, poor pass. The two number 7s at each other, Kvaratskhelia and Saka. Kvara releases the ball. Back to Vitinha. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Same sort of build-up play, same time. You can see sort of similar names pass to each other each time. Not really too many long balls from PSG, to be honest. Dembele to Hakimi. Hakimi getting ready to pass to Marquinhos, even though Doué was open. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. Yeah, just keep building up. PSG keep building up, retaining possession. They don't want to really lose this 1-0 lead, especially since it's away. And that is the most important thing. If you can have a 1-0 lead coming from away, then that's all you really need. The confidence for your second game should be absolutely insane. Arteta having a drink of water there. While he does that, Rice has the ball. Rice to Kiwior, to Lewis Skelly, to Martinelli, to Kiwior. Stoppage because there is an injury on the field, and it is Dembele who is injured. I don't think it's serious. Though they might be subbing Barcola on instead of Dembele, they might be subbing it off. This could be a sub for Dembele. We're about to find out here. Just waiting on the call of the fourth official. This chance again by Dembele. What a chance. Just pure strike straight into the back of the net. Off the post, obviously, first. No chance of saving that. That was almost an impossible save. Beautiful Sally as well. Hit him with the slide tackle. And Barcola will be coming on. But for who? Dembele, as we predicted, will be coming off for Bradley Barcola. Another brilliant youngster in PSG's team. The link up with Doué, we're about to find out if this is going to be such a great link up right now. There will be a drop ball for Arsenal, I think. And Arsenal will be making a substitution as well. Ben White will be coming on any second now. I think in the next stop, Ben White, he will be coming on. Timber's just off on the side. Just having treatment, but he's good now. Raya, ground pass to Saliba. To Timber. Back to Saliba, who wins the ball. He's playing upfield. Saliba moving forward quite a lot. Back to Lewis Skelly. He passes it back to Kiwior. Saliba. Timber. Saka. Odegaard. Trossard. Martinelli. Martinelli cross. Meets no one. Rice collects the deflection from the PSG player out of the box. Rice. Saliba, Odegaard. Nice little layoff by Saliba there to Odegaard. Kiwior. Back to Saliba. Arsenal fans all waiting patiently in the box, in the stands. Waiting for their team to score. Odegaard. See what he can do. Does just a little layoff. Rice now with the ball to Kiwior. To Martinelli. Just playing around, trying to find a little gap in PSG's strong defense. PSG is playing very defensively now. They've got basically everyone back. Everyone's back, actually. So, yeah, they're going to have a little bit of a struggle to get through this because PSG really will want to maintain their 1-0. Odegaard cross coming in, and it's caught by Donnarumma. Weak, tame effort, unfortunately. So that is another Arsenal effort there wasted. However, they are still gaining momentum. They're still building up some pressure against PSG. Hopefully their attacks can prevail and there'll be a 1-1 soon for any Arsenal fans. Otherwise, for PSG fans, this is probably excellent news that your team is dominating this game in terms of possession and defense and also like just play, honestly. Raya. Long ball to Saka once again. Doesn't reach him, reaches Timber instead, who headers it back to Kvaratskhelia, who takes a shot while Raya's out of the box, and he misses. That would have been a clean goal if he had shot that and scored. My goodness, this guy. This shot, straight out, seeing Raya's off his line, takes a shot. Little cheeky shot, in fact. Trossard with the ball in the defensive area. Fouled by João Neves. See what Timber can do. What he can do is lose the ball. Luckily, Saka regains that. Odegaard. Lewis Skelly. Kiwior. Declan Rice. Saka. Timber. Saka. Saka going to drop the cross in. We're about to find out. Shoved off the ball by, is that Nuno Mendes? I think so. Hakimi with the ball here. Now on the counter-attack. Not going on it though, however. They're sort of playing in defense. A little bit risky here. Playing very riskily with Hakimi winning PSG a throw-in. And yes, PSG's throwing, but I do think there will be a substitution that's going to be made any second now. We're about to find out. Yep, there is indeed a substitution being made by PSG. Doué will be coming out for Goncalo Ramos. Or Gonzalo Ramos, depending. I don't know how to really pronounce his name. Let's get one of these little things. Yeah, I got like some chips here. Arsenal throw back. Saliba with the ball. They really have to pick the pace up here if they want to get their equaliser, though. Running out of time now. Almost 10 minutes left only. Or 15 minutes with additional time, probably. Saka skilling 3 players, takes the shot. Donnarumma catches. That was such a close chance right there. What a chance. Showing Doué out to skill right there. Saka. Offside, however, in the build-up. This. 1 player skilled, 2 players skilled, 3 players skilled, and takes a shot. My goodness, what a brilliant player Saka is. I take that back, Saka, before saying that you're a dive merchant. At least against Real Madrid you were, but like, here at least you're doing something. Oh, chance for PSG. Barcola with the ball. And it's a sent shot by João Neves. Straight over the bar. Not even a close. Had on a plate too. Kvaratskhelia again setting up the whole chance to begin with. Barcola had not enough time to shoot, so he passes back to João Neves, who takes a poor shot there. He should be really hitting that on target. My goodness, what a terrible shot. That is not good from PSG at all. That could even cost them the game here on having a point lead advantage. As Arsenal are on an attack. Saka with the ball. Let's see what they do. Saka. What's he going to do here? Passes back to Odegaard. Odegaard to Kiwior. Kiwior to Martinelli. Martinelli. Going to cross it in. Cross hits a PSG player who goes and clears. Fabian Ruiz now on the counter-attack here. PSG just holding it back. They're not really worried too much about counter-attack, to be honest. They're more so just trying to hold their 1-0. Now the 79th minute. I have no one of these. Vitinha. Fabian. Kvaratskhelia. See what we can do here. Kvaratskhelia with the shot. Oh my goodness. This guy and his shooting. He can really hit those balls really hard. Especially that. Came in, cuts immediately backwards after heading towards the corner post. Cuts backwards and takes a clean shot off his right foot. Sails over, unfortunately. That guy is an absolute legend. Again, another player who Real Madrid, to be honest, need a style player like him. More team playing than individual. Like, I feel like Kvaratskhelia does enough sort of assisting passes and that sort of thing than some of Real Madrid's sort of more individually shining players. That's where I feel like Trent Alexander-Arnold will be sort of a great addition to the team. He individually shines, but he also sort of is a great team player, especially in Liverpool. He was really good with his team, helping them out whenever they needed it. Obviously, did the corner taken quickly thing from the Champions League a while back. And Ben White will be subbed on for Timber, most likely. Arteta giving him quick little tactics before he comes on. Get another one of these things. Odegaard. Kiwior. Martinelli. Odegaard again. 80th minute now. They've got about 11 or 12 minutes to seal this game in a draw or a win. Or it'll be heading a golden deficit to PSG's home stadium, the Parc des Princes. Coutinho. Saka pressuring high. PSG still happy to pass at the back here. This is sort of what Arsenal were doing to Real Madrid, so they're sort of getting the exact same treatment here from PSG. Because Arsenal want it now to be what Real Madrid wanted as well in their tie, where they want it to be a fast-paced game. However, PSG are just sort of slowing this game down as much as possible to not give Arsenal any sort of chances here. Barcola lays it off to Hakimi. Tries for the Meg on Declan, but it fails to do so. And it's a free kick for PSG. Due to a handball. Ben White is coming on now. Don't know why he didn't come on before, but he is now. For Timber. Let's get this as well. Another. Ben White on. Brilliant right back. Marquinhos to Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia running onto a long ball that's just been given to him. Retained by Fabian Ruiz after a header clearance by Ben White, and then Ben White proceeds to clear it out for a throw-in for PSG. Necessary clearance as well. PSG playing backwards. Marquinhos. Barcola. Nice through by Hakimi. Barcola passes it. Barcola's by himself. It's just him versus Raya. Can he finish? He does not. Just scrapes against the post. He is so lucky. Raya is so lucky. Arsenal is so lucky. He is so unlucky. That's what I meant to say. My goodness, that would have been 2-1 if he had a better finish there. Literally by himself. I might have been offside slightly. I don't think it was, but my goodness, Arsenal's defense just got folded there like a paper plane. Sheesh. That was disgraceful by Arsenal's defense. Brilliant play by Barcola. He sort of set that all up. Offside for Arsenal here on the counter play. And tonight is looking like it's not going to be Arsenal's night, which means that they might have to come back here at the Parc des Princes in a couple of days. Also tomorrow, Al Nassr versus Kawasaki, game to secure their spot in the AFC Champions League final. I will be streaming Al Nassr's match because the GOAT Cristiano's on the team. And since obviously you guys know I live in Saudi, Have to pick a team here, obviously, and why not just pick the GOATS team? Why not? Could be a chance for the first primary silverware for Al Nassr as well. AFC Champions League. Goncalo Ramos by himself hits the crossbar. What a chance by Goncalo Ramos. Sheesh. Onside too, onside. Oh my goodness. By himself, another breakdown of Arsenal. This could have been 2-0 ages ago now, but that, unlucky as anything. Trivella hits the underside of the crossbar, but it manages to bounce out. What in the world are we witnessing here? My goodness. Rice takes the free kick quickly. Saka. Odegaard. Saka. Intercepted by Kvaratskhelia. On the counter-attack, Fabian. Kvaratskhelia on the counter-attack here. He's going to do a long ball to Hakimi, who's rushing on. Oh my god, pace 99 Hakimi. Intercepts from MLS, but MLS wins a free kick. Who passes off quickly to Marino. Marino wins a free kick again by Goncalo Ramos. They play on as advantage. Declan Rice crosses to Saka, who's by himself on the right side. Saka's now marked by Kvaratskhelia, who clears it out for a throw-in for Arsenal. Arsenal then play back quickly. This is quick play, my goodness. They really need to find the equaliser here with 4 minutes to go in regular time. Martinelli. Through. Free kick for Arsenal right now. Also, just confirmed news, Alaba will be out as well for the remaining weeks for Real Madrid. So we got Rudiger, Alaba, Vazquez, and we got Militao, Carvajal, and a bunch more out. There's like a ton more. Mbappe's not even fully healed yet. So Real Madrid need to find some new players next season, honestly. We need to find at least 6 or 5 new players because all of our current ones are so injury prone. We can't have a squad this injury prone. Rice with the free kick that could win the game if he scores this. Can Rice clutch up for Arsenal again? We're about to find out. Let's see here. Does Rice score his 3rd free kick for an Arsenal shirt? It's from a tight angle. It's from the left corner post almost. Just like 2 meters out from the goalkeeper's 6-yard box. Here we go. I think he might be shooting here. We're about to see. Yep, it was indeed a shot. And it cleared away by Fabian. But they're appealing for handball, PSG, because I'm pretty sure Martinelli did indeed control the ball with his hand prior to the clearance. We're about to see again. Yep, controlled with his hand, but Arsenal still have possession, however, with the throw-in just being given by the referee. Rice, beautiful cross, however, it doesn't meet anyone. Kvaratskhelia on the defense. Saka keeps the ball out, unfortunately, does not get that little layoff in. You know what, these things. Yeah, a couple actually. Substitution. Yao Neves for Warren Zaire-Emery. A brilliant talent up and coming as well. This PSG squad filled with just brilliant talents. Cleared by PSG, but Arsenal do win possession here. Cleared once again. That was really close for them, having a open net almost. MLS with the ball. Saliba. Raya. Raya holding up play. I have no idea why when Arsenal really need a goal right now. Saka, poor control straight to Nuno Mendes, who just clears it straight out for Arsenal. So again, 2 bad plays in a row for both teams. Substitution for Arsenal. Ethan Nwaneri is coming on for Odegaard. Can Nwaneri help his team seal a victory here? Imagine if Nwaneri scores the equaliser. What a goal that would be by him. This guy would be certified as an Arsenal legend if he did that. Rice. Saliba. Back to Rice. Lewis Skelly. Kiwior. Saliba. Saka. Marino. Martinelli. Doesn't receive the pass. Cleared by Hakimi. Wins a throw-in for Arsenal. Lewis Skelly throws back to Kiwior. Kiwior passes to MLS, who passes then to Raya, who is now playing very high upfield. Saliba passes to Ben White, who passes to Nwaneri. 5 minutes left for Arsenal. 5 minutes of additional time. Just less than 5 minutes actually now, because I said it when there's already been 1 minute through. Arteta telling his players to play it upfield and hurry, as they've only got they've only got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left now. Raya just slams the ball down the field there. Nwaneri pressing high. Donnarumma just clears the ball straight down the field, out for Arsenal. Arsenal taking a quick throw in here. Straight to no one. Vitinha retains. Oh, there might be a chance here for Arsenal. Nwaneri passes it to Martinelli, who skyrockets the ball straight to space. Oh my goodness, what in the world was that? That is probably the best chance they've had, just wasted there. Beautiful play by the new substitution here. Rice wins the ball back. Beautiful flick back by Trossard. Nwaneri hands it off to Martinelli to just tap it, but Martinelli just kicks it to space. Has no idea what he did that for, but that was the best chance that Arsenal had the whole time. Out in the tunnel, we have Thomas Partey, Kai Havertz, and Calafiori all waiting in the tunnel. Nwaneri wins the ball back. This could be the final chance here, actually. Trossard with the ball. I don't know why he holds up play there, but he just allows the PSG to get all of their defenders back. Should have really one-touched that straight back to Nwaneri. Nwaneri with the ball, passes off to Ben White. Ben White passes it to Marino, who passes to Nwaneri, who gives it away to Kvaratskhelia. One back by Rice. This is going to be the final play of the game. I can feel it for them. Last chance to score the equaliser here. Rice playing upfield. Martinelli. Let's see if he does another mistake or really keep Arsenal in this game. Martinelli winning a throw-in. This is the final play now. There's no way that this can continue more. The Arsenal fans are really hoping that something happens here. Actually won a corner somehow. It's indeed a corner. I thought it was a throw-in, but nope, corner given. Set piece coach right out on the touchline now. He really wants his team to score from this corner. If they score here, this would be the most Arsenal thing to do. Score in the final minute of the game, a corner. Will it be? Who's taking the corner? With Declan Rice. Let's see if this is going to go in or not. 10 seconds left. Rice kicks it in. And It's a injury on Donnarumma. It's a foul. And that's the end of the game right there. All his players congratulating him for winning a foul there, and the Arsenal fans are starting to file out. RT's is fuming, doesn't know why that foul was given there, but is what it is here. Donnarumma, yeah, foul by Ben White. Silly foul, when that could have easily been any sort of challenge there. There could have been a goal there. Ben White just ramming straight into Donnarumma there. No idea why, but it is indeed going to be full time in about 10 seconds. And it is full time. The managers congratulate each other for this match. And it's now all decided at the Parc des Princes. 1-0 lead to PSG. I don't really see how they could lose a 1-0 lead at their home stadium, especially with the way that they were playing today with such a possession-based game. Unfortunate for Arsenal fans. Hopefully they can redeem themselves at the Parc des Princes. Otherwise, thank you for watching, guys. Much appreciate the support and all that's the channel's been getting lately. And yeah, we'll be streaming the Al Nassr match tomorrow along with my exam, like prior to the exam and then after the exam too. And the walks. Don't forget the walks, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe and like the video. Goodbye.